Welcome to our gallery discussion. I am very excited about the work that we have gathered in our image gallery and in our video gallery. And I want to do some catching up for you all who've been able to, there's some of you have been able to attend yesterday's session and others who have not. So just to say that AAPLAC is an organization of educators, activists, community-based agencies, and students who believe in the power of collaboration to change the world, especially when we're collaborating interculturally and using immersion in our own environment and reaching out to immerse ourselves in the perspectives of others. So AAPLAC, I came to this organization about 6 years ago now, and it has helped me solve problems in my own institution. I found here a family of people who are going through the same from all over the hemisphere. So one of our hopes for this session is that you all will be able to be in touch with each other after and long after. You're going to find in the video and image galleries other artists, other educators who use art in their work, other people who are dealing with modes of resistance and oppression, other people who are trying to find ways around COVID to still be in touch and make emotional connections with their students. We also have a variety of people who are working on in different sorts of artistic forms. And using that to make messages about the world we live in and the times we live in. My experience in those galleries, you all, was pretty amazed and profound. It was very emotional. I've reacted deeply to much of what I've seen there, and I haven't had the opportunity to write and give feedback yet. I think you all are probably in the same boat. There were 39 artists and video creators who did this with us and submitted their work. Those who are giving talks or talking about problems in teaching or talking about issues that matter to them had to compress that into 7 minutes. And I know many of you made that video and then remade it, trying to get it down to time. What we have are several gems of people's effort and people's work. And I want to congratulate you all and yourselves on the work that you've done in those galleries. Hey, so here's some things I want to tell you about this, and then we're going to set up for discussions, which will be the bulk of our time together. One of the things that happened as we made the call for videos and images is that several people collaborated with us and reached out. I want to thank several of them. Kristen T. Woodward, a professor at Albright College and a good colleague of Brian Jennings, gave us the idea to use still images. And the images, I think you will agree, that are in our gallery on our webpage are gorgeous. They're beautifully presented, and that is the work of Soren Peterson. Soren, could you please wave at people? And where is Kristen? Is Kristen here? And if you're not, it's okay. But I want to recognize you if it's possible. There are many other people who contributed to this. We have anonymous reviewers who looked at all of the videos and rated them according to a set of criteria. And gave us comments on each of them, helping us know whom to select. We have Brian Jennings, who started looking at the videos. Please wave, Brian. The Flipgrid was his brainchild. He said, oh, I can do this, and decided he would play with subtitling. And so multiple hours later, we have subtitles that have based on all of these videos. It's a labor of love into which he drew Anita Smart. Anita, if you're on here, please wave. And also Abel Hernandez and Jimena Mejia. Some people really knocked it out looking at transcriptions for us. I also want to thank Americ Jenkins today, who's doing our translation. So Americ, please wave. They can maybe see who you are because your mouth is moving as mine is. So thank you everyone for being here. In those rooms is to greet each other, but follow a popular education method that arises from Indigenous communities, right? It's part of our inheritance. Everybody gets to speak in sort of talking stick fashion. First, we want all the artists to introduce themselves. Then we'd like anybody who's a viewer and did not contribute to introduce themselves. And there are three things we're going to ask you guys to say, artists, as you're introducing yourself. One is working under the assumption that not everybody has been to view your video or see your images yet. Please introduce yourselves and do a little advertising. What was your submission about? That's the first thing. The second thing is to talk about what brought you to the work that you're doing. Why do you use ice sculpture? Why do you use charcoal? Why are you bringing students from Mexico to the United States? What inspires you? And the third thing is, what questions or reactions do you have for the other people in the group? What has your experience been in seeing this? So those are three objectives, right? And we'd like the artist to speak, kind of sell yourself a little bit, and then move to the next artist and throw out some networking or some questions for the group.